Liam Hart walked into a quaint little bakery to order a cake for his engagement, expecting nothing more than sugar and frosting. Instead, he found Ela Reed, the woman he had loved and lost years ago, cradling a little girl with bright blue eyes that mirrored his own. Time froze. Every carefully constructed piece of his life, the boardrooms, the contracts, the flawless reputation, felt fragile in that moment. He realized that decisions made for ambition had stolen what mattered most. And now, standing before the child who could be his daughter, Liam had no choice but to confront a past he thought he'd buried. Liam Hart stepped into the small bakery, the bell above the door chiming gently as warm air, heavy with the scent of vanilla and caramel, brushed against his face. He had imagined this moment countless times, coming for an engagement cake, exchanging polite words with a stranger behind the counter, and returning to his structured, predictable life. But reality hit like a thunderclap. Ela Reed stood there, older, stronger, yet somehow the same, her brown hair loosely tied back, strands falling softly around her face. On her hip rested a small girl, blonde-haired and radiant, clutching a tiny baker's hat, her eyes wide and blue, startlingly familiar. Liam froze. He had built his life on numbers, ambition, and control, yet nothing had prepared him for this sight. Memories of their past flooded back. The late-night walks, the quiet laughter, the dreams they had shared before ambition had torn them apart. He had left, chasing a promotion, a title, a life that demanded sacrifices he thought love could wait for. But seeing Ela now, and the child who could be his, he realized the true cost of those choices. The little girl, Sophie, blinked at him with innocent curiosity, tugging at his sleeve, her tiny hand seeking a connection he had never imagined. Ela's eyes met his, guarded yet laced with something unspoken, a mixture of fear, strength, and quiet reproach. Liam's chest tightened as he swallowed the lump of emotion in his throat. Her eyes. "They're mine," he whispered, his voice barely audible. Sophie giggled, reaching for him again, and the world shifted. He could see the years he had missed. First steps, first words, birthday candles blown out alone. Ela remained composed but tense, her hands adjusting Sophie's baker's hat as if bracing for impact. "I didn't expect to see you here," she said softly, her voice carrying the weight of years spent alone, guarding both herself and the child. Liam nodded, almost incapable of speech, struggling to process the mixture of shock, regret, and longing coursing through him. He took a careful step forward, letting Sophie climb onto his leg, feeling the small warmth of her body press against him, and with it, a surge of emotions he had buried long ago. He remembered the promises he had broken, the nights he had chosen ambition over love, and the tiny, fragile family that had continued without him. I want to be here," he said, voice steady despite the storm in his chest. "I want to know her. I want to know you. I want to fix what I broke." Ela's eyes softened, flickering between skepticism and hope, and she finally nodded. She explained that she had kept Sophie's existence a secret not out of spite, but because she feared he wouldn't stay, wouldn't want them if he truly knew. Liam listened, every word slicing through the armor he had built over the years. He understood now. Success meant nothing without love, without family. Days turned into weeks, and Liam returned to the bakery more often, helping with small tasks, moving flour bags, fixing a flickering light, restocking sugar jars, always under Ela's watchful but increasingly accepting gaze. Sophie warmed to him immediately, running into his arms, pressing her cheek against his chest, giggling and leaving little flower fingerprints on his tailored suits. Liam discovered joys he had never allowed himself before: bedtime stories, messy cupcakes, quiet moments of laughter, the simple miracle of being present in someone's life. Ela remained cautious, protecting both herself and Sophie, yet slowly, the walls began to crumble. Together, they navigated the fragile dance of rebuilding trust, balancing hope with restraint, mistakes with forgiveness. One rainy evening, Liam lingered after closing, watching Ela soothe Sophie to sleep in the back room. He approached her quietly, voice soft. "I'm not leaving. I won't disappear. I want to be here. All of us." Ela looked at him, searching for the truth in his eyes, and finally allowed herself a small, trembling smile. "Slow is perfect," she whispered. In that moment, Liam realized that life's most important victories weren't in boardrooms or contracts, but here, in a tiny bakery, among the scent of sugar and dough, in the laughter of a child who had unknowingly claimed his heart, and with a woman who had never stopped being his home. For the first time in years, Liam felt complete, ready to face a future he had once forsaken, hand in hand with the two people who mattered most. You think love lost can't be found again? Watch Liam's shocking reunion with his past. A little girl who might change everything, and the woman he never stopped loving. Don't miss this emotional journey. Click to uncover the truth and feel every heartbeat of this unforgettable story.